guys, and welcome to another episode of the Alpha Male Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Heather Krause.
I'm her co-host, her dad, Gregg Krause. Thanks for joining us today. Today we have a special guest, so to say.
Yeah, our very first special guest on the Alpha Male Podcast. My brother is in town from Florida, so we decided to drag him on here and make him the very first official guest of the podcast. So, everybody welcome Jamie Krause.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
Of course.
And we decided we thought it'd be a good idea to talk to him because we figured he's an expert in the age group of we'll say mid-30s, so we won't release your age. And I don't want anybody to know my age because he's about 5 years younger than me. And with the world changing so fast, we just were all talking and like the age group, I mean, yes, there's a bigger age group between like us and dad, but like how guys were back when, you're growing up, or even like your age group and how they aged and like the different like issues they had, or just kind of things that they faced, or what you saw like throughout that age group in general is different from like my age group. And then it's different than even your age group, just 5 years younger.
Well, what's also unique, I was just sitting here thinking, when I was your age, Heather, Mom and I had 3 kids already.
And that's crazy.
And when I was your age, Jamie, I had 2 kids and had been married for whatever, 7 years, 8 years, whatever it was, where you guys all seem like you're taking your time more, which I don't not like getting married when I did, because I found the right one. So it was a good move. Where you guys seem like you're taking your time a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, we're all not married, don't have kids. We have dogs. You have a lot of our grand doggies. But that's so true. I mean, I feel like my age group was pressured a little bit more than yours, Jamie, but not anywhere near. Like, I feel like if you weren't married, like by the time you were in your late 20s, you were considered like a forever bachelor back when you were like our age-ish. I mean, more so than like us.
Bit,
yeah. And then, well, how do you feel, James? Like, did you feel like any pressure?
I was gonna say your mom fell in love with me because my big salary. I was teaching at a private school, making $8,600 a year.
Oh, wow. So she definitely did not marry you for money.
Nope.
No, I feel like it's I don't even want to say like a 50-50 split. I feel like there's a lot of people who just live that, like, not married, no kids. Like they call it double income, no kids.
Wait, what is it?
Double income, no kids.
Yeah.
So couples that just don't have kids and they just get to do whatever they want. Like, it's my life, your life.
Yeah.
So well, I guess no, you have the single income, so
that's true.
Sorry about your life. I get to have a lot more fun.
Yeah, true.
I don't think there's like any pressure to get married from anybody. Like, it's like, honestly, like, people assume me and Shelby are married. Like, everybody's like, "Oh, your wife." And it's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, might as well be.
Yeah.
Where I just feel like marriage is maybe lost a lot of its importance. So, like, I know with having dad as an example.
And I'm going to interrupt you and say, how long have you guys been together now?
It's going to be 5 years coming up here in November.
Wow, that's a long, like, I didn't realize it was that long. But I guess, like, thinking back, yeah, because you've been living in Florida for
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Time flies.
Continue on with what you were
Yeah,
talking
sorry.
about.
To be honest with you, I don't even remember what we were talking about. Yeah, what?
How they assume like you and Shelby are married, and how there's like really no pressure.
Well, yeah, and it's like I feel like I hear it a lot more, or like pretty often of like, oh, marriage is just a piece of paper and blah 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 blah. But growing up with, dad and mom as our example, where like you guys are feel like a lot of people don't have that. So
Oh, for sure.
it's like they don't know what they're missing out on. Where like to
Hmm.
me, I'm like, no, like you guys set the example, so it's like
That's how
that's what
I
I
feel.
want.
Yeah.
It is
Anything less, I'm like, I'll live with my dogs and not have any, like
right.
I'm fine.
Yeah. So I think it's just maybe a lot of people my age and then even your age, not as much as or like my age
Yeah,
group,
for sure.
but didn't have that example where I feel like more and more throughout the years there was, for lack of better words, worse and worse examples of what
Oh,
marriage should be.
now it's crazy.
Well, I think even with Mom and I, some people stay together just because of the kids.
That's true, and I don't think anybody
They
does
were
that anymore.
miserable.
Hmm.
Where now getting divorced is like breaking up with your girlfriend in grade school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody stays together anymore, for like the kids or for any reason. Like I just feel like at the littlest sign of trouble now, everyone's like, I'm out of here. Or they're like cheating on like I just feel like there's so much cheating, so much with these apps and nobody's happy. I think social media just makes you think that like your life is less than. And so everybody thinks like, oh, like they see this fake happiness. So then they just go after that and then completely throw out a good relationship because nobody puts in work for anything anymore. So it's just like, oh, I don't have like sunshines and rainbows with what my relationship. I'm going to go.
Well, I've always mentioned to you guys, and the same thing with all the kids I've taught. If you really think you love somebody and you want to marry them, go camping out in the woods
Oh,
with just a tent.
I don't think
and a
anybody would
sleeping
marry me if
bag.
that was the case. If they did that with me.
And when you got to rough it for 5 days, you really see whether you really care for that person or not.
Oh my gosh.
Because if you're always out spending money, going to nightclubs, wakeboarding,
Yeah.
doing all these different things, life's exciting, but every excitement has a downer because then
That's
you got to
true.
go to work. People get sick. This stupid thing that happened to me where Mom lost a lot of sleep, where I got to sleep through it all.
It's true.
So, there's a lot of different things that are out there that cause people to look at somebody in a different way.
And I think a really good example of the whole camping thing would be hurricane season in Florida. Because
Yeah.
you can survive being in a house with somebody with no power and it's 100
That's
degrees
true.
outside,
That's true.
gets a little rough.
Yeah. That's crazy. That is a good like alternative to camping.
So, speaking of Florida, you've been down there, 3 years now? 3.5?
Yeah, 3 years in June.
So, what do you like more about Florida than Ohio, minus the weather?
Yeah. Or is that basically the biggest thing?
No, I mean, honestly, I don't think I realized how much the scenery affected me, where I personally feel like being in Ohio, everybody kind of, we'll say, fibs a little bit about like, oh no, like we get nice weather for 8 months out of the year and, we see the sun. Driving up here, when I crossed over the bridge by Cincinnati, the sky was instantly gray, and I looked at the temperature, and I know it's not typical for July.
Yeah,
but
like also in Ohio right now, like we just came off like 90 degrees, sunny, and then he comes the one day that it's like rainy and 69. Like it's just not the best
Yeah,
reminder
that's
of
true.
how Ohio is.
yeah, but it was like a good reminder, though.
No, yeah, I
of
know what you're
like,
saying.
man, I can't remember the last time that I saw the sky look like this. Like even when you have a hurricane coming or something, like
Yeah, it's definitely
it's
different.
not, yeah, and
It's not dreary. Like you guys don't get dreary down in
yes.
Florida. You guys just get dark storms.
Yeah, well, and it's just even like your drive to work every day. There's palm trees. There's the sun, and
Mhm.
everybody's just happier.
Yeah.
And I think that's where weather and scenery, just in general, I mean, going on the tour of Cleveland the other day as a family,
Yeah.
big difference of like it's cool and you're looking at it, but then it's like,
It's like rugged.
man,
It's yeah.
yeah,
It's old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's old.
yeah. But just changing your scenery, I think, I think that makes people a lot happier.
I remember when I was living in California, even like in the mornings, like what I remember as old school, like more like relaxing mornings, like in the summer, it's like there's like this weird feeling. I can't even describe it, but like that's how I felt like every morning in California because there was, it was perfect weather every day. So like your morning wasn't like as I'm waking up and I'm like, oh my God, I got to go to work or go to school or whatever. I'm like groggy, but it's like the sun's shining. There's palm trees. It kind of made it a lot easier to do every day.
Well, when Mom and I lived out there, I'm going back to the late 70s, early 80s. It was beautiful, the weather and everything else, but it was just so doggone expensive
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
to live, and I knew I couldn't find a teaching job because I had already taught for 4 years, but they were laying teachers off. So I ended up doing construction, which I don't mind. I like teaching more, but it was almost like you had to work 6 days a week just to make your payments and everything else. So all that beautiful scenery and weather, you got to look at it as you were working instead of being out there enjoying it.
Oh, that's how I felt when I was in California because I was going to school full time and working full time at Nordstrom. So I mean, I wasn't making like a ton of money, and I had a West Hollywood apartment that I was sharing with some stranger I met on Craigslist.
You mean you weren't living off your rich parents?
No, that's because so to explain this was my second stint in college. So like this as after I already graduated and all that. So I was in my like early 20s. So I was more than capable of paying for myself. You guys did pay for my car to be shipped out there, which was not cheap. Which that's how we actually moved me out there because you're not supposed to put anything in your car when you ship it out because of liability purposes. And you guys, I remember, shoved so much stuff in my car and then covered the windows with blankets and then shipped it out. And you're like, we hope to God this car gets to you because it has a lot of stuff in it. And that's how I moved back, too. I did the same thing.
Yep, we had to make do.
Yeah. I think it was like between $1,200 and $1,500 each way. It was a lot to get like a car shipped up. And I had an Eclipse. That's the thing. It was a small, but it could definitely fit a lot of stuff in there.
I feel like I had the opposite experience where I moved down to Florida out of a horse trailer.
Yeah.
And you took a horse down there.
Yeah, you had a lot of
stuff.
Yeah, yours was different than mine.
That was a long drive.
That's great. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, why didn't you guys pay to ship all my stuff down?
Haha. Apparently somebody's the fave.
Oops.
Yeah. Well, moving on because we don't want to have that awkward conversation on who's a favorite. Although we already know it's me.
She paid him.
Yeah, no. So, anything else to say about that you realized like between Florida and Ohio that you weren't expecting?
Are the people friendlier, the same?
Are they as crazy as I feel like everybody says how crazy Florida people are.
Well, so I live in the middle of nowhere, so not a whole lot of people.
What city do you live in so people have an idea?
It's just north of Ocala, which I know a lot of people surprisingly don't know what Ocala is. So to be fair, I didn't know about Ocala until I moved down there.
Yeah.
So
I've never heard of it before you moved.
But that's really just a lot of you have your drug areas,
Yeah.
and so like that's just good entertainment if anything.
Yeah.
But
Love a good crackhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you pull into a gas station.
Yeah, I mean the drive to work is always interesting during certain stretches, but outside of that, when you get into normal territory, I mean everybody just seems nicer. Especially it's that whole Southern hospitality. I mean that still definitely exists. Our neighbor, like all the houses on our street are like pretty spaced like far apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't see your neighbors like a whole lot, but anytime you need anything, everybody's like, oh, what do you need, and it's a lot different.
Do you think though that like there's more Southern hospitality than like the Midwest? Because the reason I ask you this is like when I was in California, everybody knew I wasn't from there. Everyone's like, you're too nice, you're not from Cali, like, and they thought I was from the Midwest. They actually though, I would confuse them with my accent because they thought I was from the Midwest, but then they thought like my accent was from Buffalo. I got Canada, Wisconsin. I can't remember, like I got some like all these wild. I'm like, it's Cleveland. Like, and I don't even think I have an accent, but well, like the O's and the A's, you know, like the moms, the dad.
I get pillow and milk. People make fun of me for that all the time.
Wait,
and
what?
saying pop.
Oh yeah,
Like
like
you can't say pop down south.
you
It's-
can't.
No, it's soda.
No, I refuse to say. I don't like the word soda.
Yeah.
Well, wait, why did you say pillow fun? Like I don't understand. I didn't hear weirdness or say.
Well, of course,
milk.
we're not going to hear it.
Yeah.
But it's, I think that people hear it as like hello, like Pell.
Pillow.
Hello. Pillow, like a pill. Like you take a pill.
Yeah, pillow.
Oh, pillow. Yeah.
That's
I
weird.
don't know. It's
Milk?
something that because milk.
That's how you're supposed to say it.
I don't know. I think that's how they say I say it.
Oh,
Again,
that's weird.
it's an E or an I, like pillow,
Yeah.
milk. I don't know.
When I lived in Columbus, I worked with some chick from Appalachia, and she said my accent was so thick sometimes she couldn't understand me. And I'm like, I think that's an Appalachia. Like, maybe your education wasn't that good that you can't understand me. Like, I don't know. Like, not to be mean, but I was just like, what? It's not like I'm from another country.
Yeah.
From Cleveland, like an hour north of here.
Question for you. Most of your friends you guys hang out with down there, are they married or single or just living together? Or
Oddly enough, down there, like probably 90% or 95% of our friends are married down there.
Really?
Where up here, I feel like it's
Like
a
50-50.
mixed bag. Yeah, you have people who are just going to be single the rest of their life and they
Yeah.
don't care, or they're just going to be like together but not married for their whole life, or
Yeah.
married.
That is weird. Maybe it is like still like the more old school, like Southern, like,
But there is a lot more people down there that I know that are the whole double income, no kids type thing.
oh, really?
Yeah, so married,
so-
like happily married, but just don't have any interest in kids.
question. Most of the friends you have down there, are they natives or are they from another
Transplants.
place, transplant coming?
So, not to throw another percentage out there on it, but probably like
Yeah.
80% of the people that you meet down there are not from there. It is very,
Right.
like, out
That's
of,
what I figured, because like from California, out of all the people Mom and I met, I think there was like 3 or 4 that were born in California. Everybody else had moved out to California. And if I remember correctly, the divorce rate was something crazy, like 80-90%.
Oh,
where
really?
People were on their second and third divorces
crazy.
already. And they'd always look at Mom and I and say, you guys have only been married once. Like, yep. You
Yeah,
know,
like-
we're still in love, so sorry.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
that's,
how dare you?
yeah, you weirdos. Yeah. No, so do you, like when you think about like kids that you went to high school with, like are a lot of them divorced?
To be honest with
I
you,
feel
I
like
don't
mine-
really, like, there's not a whole lot of people from high school that I, like, pay a whole lot of attention to.
You don't
Like,
creep on anybody
not-
on Facebook?
No, I mean,
My God, I do.
I don't.
You don't have to
Some-
name names
something-
on this.
no,
Like,
something for you to edit out later.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that the whole reason why most guys have social media is to make sure their ex-girlfriends get fat. So
oh, that's true. That's true. Well, is there? Yeah, we'll just okay. No
Yeah.
more.
cut that out.
Yeah.
Edit it out.
Yeah. So okay, since you don't creep on anybody on Facebook. Which
Oh
is
no,
crazy.
I'm not saying I don't creep on anybody on Facebook.
Oh.
I'm just saying like
In like it's not like a
There's-
ton. Like you don't really know.
like there's like a handful of people that I still talk to from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of those people are like married, kids, and all
Mhm.
that. But no, there's really not a whole lot of people from high school that I paid any attention to after high school.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just think like I just remember growing up, like we had maybe one kid who had divorced parents, and now I feel like it's probably at least half. And like, there's nothing wrong with, like I'm all about if you married the wrong person, you should get out of the marriage. I don't think you should be stuck, because people just, made a mistake and
but
gas done.
but you can't run at the first
Exactly.
bad thing because life has its ups and downs, and sometimes you're having a bad day and you may snap at your husband, wife, whatever, and all of a sudden you realize, hey man, I'm sorry, I'm not upset with you. I'm upset because that guy ran me off the road or whatever. But
Or because you ran somebody off the road.
Yeah.
been known to have that accident
Yeah.
happen a few times.
Maybe 2 days ago. No. Well, no, I mean, look at even like Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy Osbourne. Like they stuck it out. I mean, that marriage had so many ups and downs. And I mean, she stuck by Ozzy, you know, through drug addictions, alcohol addictions. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff. And I know, like, I was watching some interview and she found out about how he was like involved with some other women and all this stuff, but she chose to stick by him. And I'm not saying, you know, maybe that was the right thing to do, maybe that was the wrong thing to do, but I felt like it was right for them. But like, and you look at them and you're like, these two are just so in love. Like when you watch them, and I'm thinking like, not many people would weather that storm at all nowadays.
Also, I think that it's also with the, like, you figure, no matter what, you try to figure it out until you can't. But if you're with the right person, you never reach that until you
Yeah,
can't.
exactly.
Where there was something that I heard, I can't remember where it was at, like, or what it was from, but it was like the mindset should be, hey, like me and you, it's like you're locked in a house or something, you know, and it's like, hey, look, we're here, like we're in this together.
Yeah.
So no matter how bad this gets, we can't walk away from each other. So how are we going to figure this out? You know, instead of just like, I guess, leaving the option of leaving on the table, that mindset, you know, and I think that it's a lot to do with nowadays, a lot of people rush into marriage when they are in, like, they could be in a relationship and then they're just like, oh, we have to get engaged, we have to get married, and we have to have kids, and da 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 da, where they don't think about, is this the right person? They
That's
think
what I
like,
see. Yeah.
I found somebody who will put up with my
They almost
my
like,
stuff.
almost like settling. They're like, oh, I found somebody that I like right now, and then I want to have kids. I want to do this. So it's like
Like an agenda. Like it's part of an agenda instead of about love and being with the right person.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I firmly believe you should live with somebody for a minute
Yeah.
to make sure, because when you're just dating, I could fake being nice for 2 hours
Oh yeah.
and you don't see me. Then when I go home and I'm kicking the dog and choking the cat or whatever.
I mean, wow, you went to extreme.
They've never had a cat.
Yeah, we never had that.
I always choked them out. Just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding. And he's never kicked the dog either.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you really don't see how people handle different situations.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I mean, I'm shocked with just people I know sometimes where something happens and they just have a meltdown. And it's like you never look at that person the same way ever again.
No.
Because you thought they had it together. And I'm not saying it's wrong if you have a meltdown. I realize sometimes people can't handle
But
it.
it's how you have it and how you deal with like the aftermath of it.
The adversity,
You know?
right?
Like if you just have the meltdown and then act like that was like normal, like, or you like, I don't even want to say like you deserve, but it's like, you should be apologizing for and going like, listen, I had a bad day. And like, you recognize that you had the meltdown. It wasn't, you know.
You hold yourself accountable.
Yes. And some people just don't. And it's just, they think that that's just normal to have. And you should have, the partner should have to deal with it. And that's not, I don't believe.
Right. And I'm also just going to throw out the trust issue. I know Mom and I had friends where if the other's person wasn't with them, they were texting them all the time. What are you doing? Where are you at? And it's like, if you don't have trust, you really don't have a relationship.
No, like, why would you want to be like, why would you even want to deal with that?
Or hiding stuff on your phone or whatever. I mean, I always laugh. Many times I had mom, Michelle, the phone, and it's like, hey, can you open this up for me? I don't know who sent it to me. Where other people would be afraid, like if it was just now with all those, what is it, chat rooms, whatever.
Chat rooms.
20 years ago.
Yeah, that was when I was in like 4th grade.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying now, it's
No,
Mom
like-
and Ever laughing. It's my fan page or whatever,
Oh, OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
where I'm getting these messenger.
Oh,
things
you're
and
talking
it's
about like the porn bots. Yeah, that like message you
Mom
on
and
Messenger.
I never opened it yet, but
Yeah, that's what, they don't send you porn. They're just like they're advertising. Like they use their Facebook or Instagram
well,
to
to
loop you
everybody
in.
that wastes your time sending to me, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
it's like a cyber girlfriend type thing. Like I'm gonna
Yes.
send you messages to make you think you have a chance with me,
yes,
type deal.
yes,
But
And-
yes,
or even like people are on like there's like a secret mode now in these dating apps. I don't know if they're still doing it, but like you can go in there and like I think it's you can choose who you want to see you. So like if you're on there, okay, and you don't want Shelby or Shelby's friends to know that you're on there, you would like I can't remember how it works because I've never used it, but it's like something where like if you saw one of her friends, you could say like block her so she can't see you. Like so she would never come you would never come up
Oh.
on her scrolling. So it's like you determine who sees you on there, which is
Well,
insane because it's only used for one reason, as if you're cheating.
so I do feel, first of all, like I think different views than most people on like with social media and all that. I think we all agree on it. It kind of ruined a lot of things.
Oh, I think it ruined so much stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my conspiracy podcasts and I feel like social media made them happen, but I would rather just do without social media in general than and give
Right,
up my podcast.
But if it can just be just conspiracy stuff,
Yeah,
then
right.
social media
Yeah.
can stick around. But
Mhm.
I just think that all this stuff, it promotes the cheating. So like it's
It
not
does.
only like does it leave the option, it's
Mhm.
like, oh well, it's like they went into it with the mindset of like, well, people are going to use this to cheat, so how do we make that
Exactly.
happen
They did. They
and make you feel okay with it?
mhm.
I'm gonna shift gears for a second. With your generation coming up now, what do you like about them, and what do you not like about them, compared to your uncles, my brothers, the friends that Mom and I have that you grew up
Or
seeing
even
them?
or do you know like
Man, I feel like I'm going to get a lot of like hate mail
Yeah.
for talking ill because I don't I don't have a
we're gonna leave your email at the end of
Yeah,
this
phone
thing
number.
so you can get
That's
all the
fine.
emails.
I'll have my dad beat him up.
Yeah.
It's fine. But to be honest with you, I just feel like as the years have gone on, there's been a lot of things lost since your guys' generation. Sorry.
Yeah.
Since your guys' generation. But I mean that goes from like family values, work ethic. You know, I'm a manager in my role, so for work, dealing with people my age and
Oh, it has
younger
to be
is just
crazy.
awful. If any of my employees see this, do better.
Yeah.
Get to work.
Yeah.
But I mean, just values in general and
Yeah.
work ethic and all of that. I feel like everything is so watered down. Where I can say the positive thing is we're better than the younger generations.
I know. Well,
But that's about it. I mean,
What about like showing up to work and putting in time, or just
like paying your dues. I
Friends.
feel like
I think like,
friends that, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like friends that tell you, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this for you, but then it never comes true. I mean,
I feel like you have a good friend group though. Like you
but my friend group is all older.
Oh, true.
Because remember, like even in high school, that was when I started doing the whole truck thing and the motorcycle
That's
thing, and all those
true.
guys were older.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the things that drew me into that group was
Yeah.
there was that brotherhood, that camaraderie, and
I think that went away.
absolutely,
Mhm.
where loyalty.
Yeah, because I did. I feel like
You know
all
what I
like
mean?
you still have like the people that grew up on your street and everything, and like you're in your neighborhood. It's like That's not, I mean, we have that with like Yorkview, like the Yorkview gang. Like we moved, just to give you, like we moved when I was in second grade from this street that was like the epitome of, growing up, like
Yeah.
childhood. We had, everybody knew everybody watched everyone's kids. We kind of like left the house, at 9 a.m. and didn't come home until late. But after that, I
So,
feel like it's,
yeah, what were you going to say?
Um, I think that with everything being watered down of like what made you guys you and what made everything work the way that it was supposed to work, whether it be in marriages or friendships or
mhm,
work or, so like your own personal career, anything,
yeah,
it's watered down and then expected. Like I'm going to put in half the work and I still expect the outcome of what you put in
yeah,
100, you put in 110%, I'm going to put in 50 and I'm going to complain when I don't get what you had.
yeah,
And then it's just full of excuses. I know that was something that you would, be chirping at me all the time when growing up was, excuses, excuses. And I'm looking at it like, that wasn't an excuse.
yeah,
I look back at it now and I'm like, man, I really gave that man a
yeah,
lot of excuses. And, it being on the opposite end of that, where like, especially with work and telling these people like, this is how this needs to be done. And it's like,
yeah,
no, do it this way.
yeah.
Um,
And I feel
but
like nobody wants to like learn and do better either.
well,
Like no one wants to learn from mistakes. It's just give an excuse and move on.
or the I'm not good at that, so I don't
Mm,
want to do it. Um, even when like I know you brought up like wakeboarding and wake surfing, whatever.
yeah,
So like that's something that I just picked up a few years ago, and it's my favorite thing to do now.
Very good at it.
yeah,
Thank you. That took a lot of effort. It
yeah,
didn't come easy. I got drug around the lake and drank a lot of water, lake water. Uh,
But that's like anything in life. If you want
hmm,
it, you got to work at it.
right. Well, and that's the thing is so the funny story behind that is that I drove all the way from Florida to St. Louis. I think it was a 16-hour drive to pick up my first wake boat. I
hmm,
had never even tried this before. I've
hmm.
never been on a wake boat, never been pulled by one, nothing. Drove all the way 16 hours one way, hooked the boat up, didn't even put the boat in the water. Super risky move. Hauled it all the way home, and then I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing,
Hmm.
and reached out to people on social media in like a wake surfing group, and now he's one of my best friends, Max. Like,
Hmm.
oh, come down to Orlando, I'll teach you how to do it, whatever, blah blah blah. Him and his wife drugged me around that lake for hours before I could even get up on the board, and I'm going,
Hmm.
oh my god, I just spent all this money
Yeah,
on this boat, and I can't, like, what am I gonna do? I
yeah,
can't even teach people how to do this, let alone do it myself.
yeah.
And I feel like most people at that point go, eh,
Well, I don't
I'm
think
good, I'm done.
anybody would have drove out to get a boat. Like I feel like nobody throws themselves into anything. Instead, they like get their satisfaction from watching somebody on social media do it. Like so it's almost like they half live life because they might want to do something. Like let's just say they wanted to pick up wakeboarding. So instead of taking the steps to actually like go wakeboarding or get good at it or whatever, they'll just watch somebody on like YouTube or Instagram do it. And then they're like, that kind of like satisfies them a little bit. So everybody's living these like half ass lives because
Well,
nobody's really
there's no
experiencing
there's
stuff.
no drive, and that's one of the
Yeah.
things that I feel is also watered down. Where again, people, I feel like there's a lot of hopes and dreams, and
Yes.
not a whole lot of effort and drive of
Hmm.
like, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. Where I feel like everything in my life has been exactly that. Like I was in the middle of shoveling my driveway in I think it was like a bad snowstorm in April. And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. We're moving to Florida. And we
Hmm.
were under contract in a matter of like 3 weeks, 4 weeks
Oh,
or
yeah.
something for the house. And like I didn't even get to see the house. Shelby tried to FaceTime with me to see it, and there was
Hmm.
no service in the middle of nowhere where we live now.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever.
Well,
Like we'll figure it out. It's
hmm,
always we'll figure it out. And if we're not good at something now, it's because we haven't done it, before.
hmm,
And it takes time. It takes practice. And I mean, that's like growing up and doing like the baseball and all that. And we had like hitting coaches, and it's
hmm,
like well, how is this person so much better than me? Well, they put in
Yeah,
more
they
effort.
practice.
They practiced. They
Mm-hmm.
showed up. They stopped with the excuses. They
Yeah.
listen. Things like that where um, I just that's lost. And I mean
Mm-hmm.
I think even just the whole anything masculine
Yeah.
has I feel like in your age group, I feel like in your age group the majority of men were men.
Yeah,
Like
and
they were
even
manly.
like even if they didn't have like a bunch of muscles, they might have been a smaller guy. They still had that whole masculine vibe. Like when you met them, like he was like a manly man. Like.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
then in your age group, I feel like there was a couple, like a few guys that
Mm-hmm.
were not super masculine. And
Yeah,
then every year after that,
it got
it
more and
became more and
more.
more and more. And then, like, I mean, nowadays these kids, they look soft. They
Oh, for
have,
sure.
the man boobs. They have muffin tops, and
Yeah.
they just there's no life in their eyes. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just everybody's. I know it probably scared the hell
What
out of
did
you.
you, the other day when we were out eating, you made a comment, or we
Oh
had stopped for ice cream.
yeah,
Yeah.
when we were sitting there eating ice cream, and there's kids, and when I say kids, I mean anywhere from not little kids, but I mean you're maybe like eighth grade to high school, and now even honestly college, where
Mm-hmm.
you look and they just look soft.
Yeah.
And I mean, I I've eaten total trash this week traveling, and they have had no physical exercise except for walking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, I need to get back and eat right. I need to get in the gym because I feel gross.
Yeah.
It's like I can't imagine just walking through life being like, oh, like this is fine. And I
Yeah.
think
Like
that goes,
accepting it.
yeah, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that goes along with the whole thing of like, well, I should look like you. Why don't I look like you? Well, you know what my eating habits are.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm no stranger to zebra cakes and ice
Yeah.
cream. And if you want to take it to the next level, you have to take it to the next level. Somebody else isn't going to do it for you.
Well, and I think that that's why so many like it's like this weird thing that's going on. Like it's weird because this is the most bodybuilding and fitness has ever been popular. Like with Instagram, it made it blow up because like back in the 80s and the 90s, it used to be like a cult and like an underground one, and like nobody really did it unless you were like in the group. And so now you have the most widespread fitness that there ever has been. Yet we're the most unhealthy as a country. We spend the most in healthcare, and everybody's so unhappy. We have like the most depressed people. And I think it's like they lost that drive. Like everyone always is shocked that I didn't have like body image issues growing up in the fitness industry. Because like that's kind of that can happen. Like you see it in the modeling industry, things like that. Because I'm surrounded by all these like perfect bodies. And it's like I didn't even think of having one because you taught us you put in effort and you can have that body. So now it's my fault if I don't have, you know what I mean? Like I have all the power. And if I want to have a certain body type, well, now I got to put the work in and then I can get one. And I think that that's lost. That message was lost. So now you have all these people that just see these bodies on Instagram that they want, but they don't have the drive and know how to get them. And so they just sit there unhappy.
Well, we have to wrap this up. So any last words?
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys can hear Titan.
Of
Yeah,
advice.
their little
Yeah.
guard
Yes.
dog is starting to get a little
Our-
antsy
our
and
Adobe
bark.
is-
Well, just adding on to what you were just talking about with like body image and all that too, with
Mm-hmm.
social media, even me sitting here, right? I'm, oh man, is this fine? Is this fine? Imagine your whole social media platform is based off of how you look.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just somebody going, oh, hey, look, selfie, boom, and they just look perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They're moving a light around.
Oh,
they're like they're doing some push-ups before they go and take a picture.
I mean, and now all the filters. So like you can make
Right.
your arms bigger, and with just like before you used to have to like hire a professional to edit your photos or make or become a professional yourself. Now you can download an app and within you just go beep. I want my bicep bigger. Beep. Like that's all you do.
Well, now you have the AI on the Instagram
Oh,
too, and everything else. So you can be like,
true.
oh, like, give me abs because I had a
Exactly.
whole pack of zebra cakes today,
And
and I
so-
don't want it to show.
And so now I think everybody's getting this anxiety because they're it's they're seeing something that like they are jealous of something that is not real. And then they don't even know how to obtain it, even if it is real. And like, they're just stuck in this weird, like emotional.
Well, so if you going back to when we were, I think it was when we were at ice cream again, we were talking about people just, staring down
everybody,
at their phone,
yeah.
everybody. So if you think about it though, if they just looked up from their phone when they're out in public around everybody, it's very rare that you see somebody who's in shape.
Oh, absolutely.
So like if they just
like they're in good
looking,
company too. Like they shouldn't be depressed. They're in like good company.
Yeah.
Most people are not in shape.
Yeah. But so if you look up from your phone, from all the stuff that's fake, and you look at what's real around you, you can go, oh, this is not this is not common for people to look like this,
Well, like I always try to tell people too, if you're happy with the way you look, I'm happy for you. But if you're unhappy with the way you look, what can you do to make yourself better? Whether it's your physique, whether it's your job, whether it's your marriage, or whatever it is. And that's where I think people, once again, I think you were saying it well, they don't put the effort in anymore.
Right. Well, and I mean, even like the friendships of guys nowadays too, where I can't really speak on the whole female aspect of it, but just
that's a whole nother time.
yeah, I was gonna say, man, but going back to the whole watered down thing over the years with like loyalty, me and my friends laugh at the whole thing of like if you're in a bar or whatever, just out in public, and there's a fight with one of your friends is in a fight. So many people nowadays are like, whoa, like what happened, and they try to figure it out, and it's like, you guys didn't do that. I don't do that. My friends that are closer to your age don't do that.
Yeah.
You see your guy in a fight,
you're
in there. We'll figure this out later.
Yeah.
There's no loyalty. There's no masculine energy. There's no, I mean, rough, rugged. Like it's not okay to be manly. It's like.
Well, you know what's funny is, so I have a couple like matchmaking sites that will reach out to me to like join as like a free member to be in their pool for like the paying members to, see if they want to be matched with me. And they sent me some guy, and he was, let's just say, not alpha male. And so I, said, like, I politely declined, I said I didn't want to go on a date. And they asked me, they're like, oh, well, what's your type? And I was like, to sum it up, I want a guy that looks like they're going to run to a fight, not away from a fight. And like, there's no other way to describe it, but like, because the girl was kind of like arguing like, well, he's really cute, like especially in person, he's like a lot cuter in his pictures. And I'm like, I don't care how cute he is, like his vibe's off, like.
Well, I also feel like that's
By
probably
the way, Jamie and I are a lot cuter off.
Yeah.
But right there, I'm sorry, but like as a guy, if you're being called cute, that's not a masculine. Like,
right,
you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
you don't want to be called cute. That sounds soft. Like, I feel like if someone's like, oh my gosh, you look so cute, and it's not some like little old lady telling me that, I feel like I'm like this little dog.
Yes.
And it's like, no,
exactly.
Like, you want to look terrifying. Like, you want to look
like intimidating or
you
manly.
I would say you wanted that people know you can take care of yourself.
That's yes.
So I'm happy, you're happy, and let's have some fun together. Where nowadays you could just tell so many people go through life afraid.
Yes.
And once again, we're not promoting violence whatsoever.
No.
We just wanted, like that poor situation down in Cincinnati where those people got beat up.
And everybody watched, like.
Right.
You should have been stepping in to stop that from the get-go. And I know everybody's afraid somebody's got a weapon or whatever, but
throw something at them from a distance, like you know what I mean? Like, like if I had to, like, as stupid as it sounds, like I'm probably gonna be in stilettos. I'm throwing my shoe at them. You know what I mean? Like hoping my heel hits first.
And then you'll have to buy another pair.
That's okay.
Again, not promoting violence, but stilettos.
Throw shoes at them, yeah.
But no, like exactly, like being able to have that power to do it, but
to control it.
Controlling that is a big part of the masculine energy.
Yeah, being like dangerous, but being able to control it.
Right,
like,
because the other way around is
you're a wimp.
Right. And
Yeah.
and nothing happened.
So we have to wrap this up. Any last
Yeah,
bit?
I could talk for hours.
I know that's what we were going to try to
but
keep this at a half hour, and I knew this was not going to be a
I
half
think we're
hour
going
one.
on 3.5
Because
days
we have
now.
to go play putt-putt and the batting cages because we have a contest on who's going to win. And I'm going to tell you, it's probably going to be me because
won't. It
I kicked both their asses a couple years ago in the batting cages. In the guys' cage, mind you, the fastest one. Hold on, 5-inch wedges. So let's just, and I was in a dress. And I have tennis shoes on today and I have loose clothes. So they have no chance.
I had a broken big toe.
Okay.
So I'm throwing that out there. And I still tried.
Okay, so we'll
But I
see
did
what
lose.
happens
I did
today.
lose. I'll give her that.
We'll see what happens today.
So any last?
Anything left to say?
No, because then I feel like I'm just going to go down a whole nother rabbit hole. So it's like, just call it cut while we're
Well,
good.
also
Next
point
time.
at your little quote you can end with that.
Yeah, so how can I lean and still talk? So, yeah, my dad is more alpha than yours. So
That's your message to everybody.
That's always held true. I feel like it was always really cool to be able to say it like as I was growing up when there's people that were just like, talking crap or whatever, and it's like shut up, my dad will beat you up.
Yeah.
Or like, I'll send my dad over to your house to beat your dad up.
Again, not promoting violence, but
Yeah.
Thanks. We definitely will have you back.
yes.
I hope so.
Yes. Well, good job, first guest.
Yep.
And
Thank you.
guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because we definitely appreciate it. And any questions that you want to send us, go ahead and send them to info@thealphamalepodcast.com.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.